It is important for our community to have access to traditional foods, as these foods have a lot of connection in our oral histories, in who we are as a people, and the belief systems that we share. One of the traditional produce that we consume is taro, which has a history as our ancestor. So in its oral history, it connects how we should take care of those who are older than us, as they will nourish us as we grow. My name is Heifara Wheeler, and I am a OFB food ambassador, and I am also the food box coordinator for Pacific Climate Warriors Portland. I grew up in Hawaii, and I was really disconnected from my traditional foods. My mother was really obsessed with me becoming really American, so trying to assimilate as best as we could. As I grew older, I became friends with people who were involved in the Hawaiian sovereignty movement. And though I'm not Hawaiian, I am Tahitian, so we have a lot of cross-cultural connections amongst our peoples. And I got to see how the importance of food is really deep-rooted in our community. I wanted to continue to share that kind of what I learned from the Hawaiian sovereignty movement and bring that to people who have left the islands to the Pacific Northwest to try and connect them with their traditional foods and how that's important toward the rest of our overall sovereignty as people. I wanted to become a food ambassador because I wanted to create a program in Pacific Climate Warriors that connected food justice and climate work. I was partly inspired through the program that we had for students at PCC. Because of the campus being closed, we were shipping foods to students who requested to have access to the food bank. And that inspired me to want to have more culturally specific foods for Pacific Islanders to meet the needs of our diverse student body. Having access to traditional Pacific Islander foods has been fairly difficult. They're not readily available as you would find at your regular grocery store. Oftentimes they're limited to Asian grocery stores, and for some communities that is not necessarily the easiest to access based on distance. Many of our foods are imported, and they are usually more expensive because of the importation costs, and also have limited shelf life due to the fact that they're also imported. We had a lot of positive feedback from our community. Many of them were extremely appreciative. Our plan is to continue on with our food box program. We are actually considering doing it more like an open market. That way allows for people to choose what they would like to receive for their food box. We are also wanting to expand more into working with farmers to grow traditional Pacific Islander foods. I think that food sovereignty is an important aspect of climate work. As climate changes, the ability to grow a lot of our traditional foods, even back home, become more difficult. Being able to hold on to our traditional foods is an important part of our identity as a people. Our food is not only just what we eat, but it is our ancestors, it is part of our oral history of who we are. So it's important to continue on those traditions as our diaspora moves into new parts of the world.